how the fuck does Common and Ice Cube catch beef? How does I don't remember.
You don't remember how that?
It was West Side Connection.
Okay, no. So what happened? First of all, like I grew up listening to KRS, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Ice Cube, Too Short. Like it wasn't no like being in Chicago. We was listening to all of them.
Right.
You know, I gravitated to who I gravitated to. But so I wrote I Used to Love Her, and I Used to Love Her about the evolution of hip hop, and I used a woman to describe, you know, hip hop.
One of the most creative records of all time.
Thank you.
One of my favorite records. Damn, I never told you this. That's one of the records I fell in love with hip hop.
That was the joint.
Dude, that was the joint. I never told you this. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that record still hits.
That's right. Because I don't know the story, so please.
So listen, Q was. At some point, it's crazy, because I remember when I first even like realized he dissed me. I was at a show in Chicago.
Wait, hold on. Because you said when you used to love her, when you said the West Coast part, he did.
He was.
I mean, it was kind of crazy the way you said
it. She broke to the West Coast. I said she broke to the West Coast, and that was cool. Around the same time I went away to school. I'm a man that was expanding. Who am I to stand in her way? She probably get her money in L.A. And she did stuff. She got big pub.
Oh, it didn't sound bad now.
She said that the pro-black was going out of style. So I was just talking about how we was losing the pro-blackness, and it wasn't all because of the West Coast.
Right.
I was just talking about, if you really want to know one of the things that really made me write I Used to Love Her, I honestly was watching some East Coast artists imitating the West Coast. And it made me be like, nah, that ain't this shit ain't right. We the tribes. I know what New York is like because New York is representing that tribe. Yes. We know what the West Coast is like.
And now it's worse than ever.
So I was like,
you predicted this shit.
I wrote that. So listen. So I was like, man, I definitely didn't want to diss. In fact, I had Cube's new record in the video. Like I was honoring a lot of the hip hop. So one day I'm sitting about to do a show. I'm in the car with my homie Rasan and King T. King T from the West Coast. And somebody said, yo, Cube dissed you on this song. So we playing the song, and I'm listening. I'm like, damn, this nigga dissing me. And King T was like, nah, he ain't dissing you. He ain't dissing you. I'm like, this nigga dissing me.
And was it West Side Connection though, right?
It was on the West Side Connection record. Q was like, first of all, I was like, King T, how you gonna not say this is a diss? He said, all you niggas want to diss the Pacific, but you niggas never get specific. I used to love her, mad cause we fucked her. Yeah. Pussy whip bitch with no common sense. That was direct. So, I mean, my first reaction was like, damn, Ice Cube know who I am. And then I was like,
you was mad.
I was mad. I got mad. I was mad for sure. And I was like, man. And then I saw them popping off at on like Rap City one time with Big Les. And then I saw them in Atlanta. I saw West Side Connection, Mac 10, and I was with my homies. And I think they just was like thinking I'm just a backpack nigga, but I'm with my guys. And they hollered out something, we hollered out something. We like, what's up? We here. And I think they knew, like, okay, this dude a real dude. But then I was like, I remember spitting the rhyme. I wrote the bitch in you. I wrote the first verse to these KRS instrumentals. And then I had the first verse, and I was going out rapping when I was out with De La. I did it on the West Coast and everything. And a lot of people cats didn't want to mess with the beat. But
I was scared. I was scared after I heard them.
You still with
but listen, I hooked up with Pete. Pete, tell him like when we connected that day. You said I was mad when you took me to the
I didn't even make the beat at my house. I didn't even make the beat at my house.
So he comes to see you in the studio. Is this Green Street studio?
No, he came to the hood. And first I had to calm him down and drive him around the hood. Like, yo, let's go get something to eat. Let's go see some women. Let's go, introduce you to some people, right? And then we went to my man's house where he had a stack of records. I'm going through the records and I'm like, I see this record, start playing it, and I heard this loop. And I was like, Then he heard it. Then he was like, yo, Pete, do something with that.
But you knew that he was going to make a diss record. You knew that. You knew that. Okay.
At this point, yeah. Because I already drove him around and did what I was like, you gonna get this nigga or what? So, and then we just, he heard the loop. Then I got these drums. I made it at my man Rob O's house, who's a member of this group called I&I.
I&I.
A record I made called Fake and Jacks.
Right.
Dope
did it
record.
at his house, and he had records and equipment, and I just came up with the beat, and Common stopped bopping his head like, "Yo, this one right here, maybe this the first beat I made, because I was gonna make beats, but the first one I made, he picked it, and said, I'm gonna run with this one."
Let me ask you,
and that's when I wrote the second verse to it after he made that beat.
Let me ask you, because Ice Cube was like a hard opponent to go against.
Yeah.
Like, how do you gas yourself up, or how do you like come up with that? Because I ain't gonna lie, and this is me being 100%.
Yeah.
If Ice Cube might have dissed me, I might have let it ride. I'm like, fuck it, man. Let me see. You got me. I'll fight. Like, I don't mind. I don't want to bar with Ice Cube. Like, he's one of those MCs. Like, but so what's going through your mind when you sitting there? You like, you about to go get one of the greatest of all
MC.
time.
And like y'all said, No Vaseline is
that was one of the coldest.
And Death Certificate is one of the illest albums ever.
He's one of the greatest MCs of all time. But I was just like, man, I'm gonna have to light him up, man.
Right.
And I believed in myself, man. Like, I sat down.
Starts with the title, man.
Starts with belief.
The title was great.
Yo, I was like, yo, and the bitch in you, and then I was like, man, I just knew I could do what I needed to do on the battle, and I wasn't gonna go around. I'm going direct,
straight.
Like this how we battle. This how like you know who it's coming to,
right.
And I just felt, to be honest, that I had enough because I was a fan of his. I had enough things I could I was using a lot of things that he had done. But let me be clear now. Cube is my guy. I've been in his movie, one of his barbershop movies. Got ultimate respect for him.
Yeah.
And we were grateful that Minister Farrakhan at the time brought us all together.
Bring it together.
Man.
Is that because how serious it was getting, though?
At the crib.
That was
Farrakhan house.
Yeah, Farrakhan.
Because I feel like he doesn't get involved unless something serious is about to go
he
down.
brought us together literally like a week after Biggie got killed.
Wow.
He was like, yo, this Pocket already died.
Wow.
Pocket got killed.
Wow.
Biggie died. He brought us together, and Cass was like, we just like, man, we ain't trying to die. We want to live.
Right.
Like this is something for us to live. You know, I'm a battery. But you young at the time. You don't know what's gonna happen. And it's for real. But I like when it's just on wax, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it true the first time you performed it, or you performed it in LA, was one of the first times?
Yeah, one of the times I performed in LA.
Yep.
What was crazy
I remember
was,
that.
and
Was it Mac 10? Mac 10?
oh, he was there at the Gavin. Y'all remember the Gavin?
Yeah.
Mac 10 was at the Gavin.
Oh.
And it's all love with Mac 10 now. But that said, I was on the West Coast. I was like, whatever's gonna happen, gonna happen. I was in that type of mentality. And then, and what's crazy, I was on the show, and it was West Coast. It was at the House of Blues. And man, I just was like, man, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. My father was even there.
Oh,
He's like, it's gonna be what
That's
it's
the
gonna be.
only diss record I've ever produced, ever. Like, that's
You were probably like, that's it, I'm done with this.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that was potent. That's good enough for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah, but
Goddamn, let's make some noise.
I only
I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy at that time. I'm like, and like you said, you were looked at like a backpack rapper.
Yeah,
so a lot of people didn't think you was going, for lack of a better term, come this hard. Like, you came hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Super hard. Like,
and I don't think none of us saw that.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna front. That was a lot of niggas that wasn't like fucking with me or just like, he one of them backpack dudes. I done had dudes come up to me and be like, man, when I heard the bitch in you, I was like, okay, all right. Like, they respected me at that point. But, sometimes it does that. The battles can get that out of you. It's like in sport and in a lot of things, but, and even we saw that with the battle that just happened. Like, because, to me, when you deliver in a battle too, it just kind of raises your artistry up in a way, because it's like, okay, I can make these records. I can make a record about a woman. I can make a record about what life is treating me. I can make reminisce. So I can make, but I can also get into this and into this battle, to this war, and do what I need to do.